hello, we are celebrating.
Hello, Mama, hello, hello, Mama, hello, hello, Mama.
If there's anything else that limits you from becoming the best of who you can be, I want to share, in the book I share that it is doable to change and become who you want, your best version.
Hello, hello, we are celebrating. Hello, 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 hello.
Hello everyone, thank you so much for coming back to my channel MTN Possibility. Today we are at Nesbit Castle. We are celebrating the book launch of one of the best midwives here in Zimbabwe.
A living legend, a dynamic lady, a pioneer, a warrior, a mentor, a director, and a mother. She's a strong, determined lady who doesn't give up on good ideas. She always tells us that, don't give up on good ideas.
You're simply the best.
Whatever is challenging you, it could be different for different people, but what I'm saying is that it is possible to change and become who you want to be.
Hello, 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 we are celebrating. Hello, 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 we are celebrating.
This is not Bulawayo City Council. It's Pastor Caroline Chamboko.
Can you all stand to your feet? Stand to your feet. Photographers, please make sure you get this. Point to Sister Chamboko and say, are you ready for this? Just point, just point. All right, everybody point. You're going to use that finger. You're going to use that finger just now. Okay, put it down. Put it down. They say don't point, but we're going to use the finger. How's your head? Your head's going. Keep that head going. How's your finger? Yeah. Oh yeah, some of you really like this song, eh? Where's the finger? Are you ready? Point at her.
You're simply the best.
Okay, okay, thank you. Somebody say wow. A book to read and to buy. So before we get going, we've got an incredible dance ensemble that is going to introduce this incredible lady.
Hello, Mama, hello, hello, Mama, hello, hello, Mama, hello, we are celebrating.
Hello, Mama, hello, hello, Mama, hello, hello, Mama, hello, we are celebrating. Hello,
disadvantage in everything that you do. Growing up in such a situation, let's face it, a bundle of men. Children born in such situations think life is a journey to difficulties. They think their parents are better than them.
Today, we're introducing a lady who was raised under a difficult circumstance. She was a bundle of nerves that she defined to become a valuable entrepreneur in this country. A lady who believes that everybody will change whatever limits them from being their best and rise above their challenges to become a respectable figure in life.
After getting good results at secondary school, she enrolled and trained as a nurse and did well in her course. She worked in Zimbabwe and considered the United Kingdom for greener pastures. In the UK, she challenged herself by enrolling in midwifery courses and did well too. She then left UK and came back home to Zimbabwe to offer her services to the country and became a midwifery tutor at Hill Hospital.
Jealous from workmates at Hill Hospital resulted in her being transferred to Maswimbo General Hospital. But she decided to open her own clinic in Bulawayo in 1985 without any resources.
Later on, the Minister of Health realized their mistake of transferring her to Maswimbo. They tried to convince her to rejoin the ministry, but she wouldn't leave her dream of running her own clinic. They even offered her a scholarship to go to Sweden and get more training, then get an attachment and a promotion to the University of Zimbabwe. But she wouldn't take that either.
Maternal and Child Care Center grew from renting a 3-room house to purchasing its own 3-bedroom bungalow, which was later demolished to make a way for construction of the historic building, which is now the hospital.
This is the life of a lady born in Chamboko, Marondera district 70 years ago. She attended Chakadini Primary School, then went to Christy Mambo Secondary School in Rusape. She had no money to proceed to A-level and no self-confidence to claim for a bursary that she had qualified for. She was put by unfortunate circumstances to join nursing, fully recovered from being a bundle of nerves. Today she's the proud owner of Maternal and Child Care Center. And today she's proudly launching her new book. Welcome, Sister Chamboko.
One thing that I found hard to believe is the fact that Sister Chamboko is actually 70 years old. And I'm sure it's hard for you to believe that also, right?
Birthday, you know what? I also can't believe that I'm actually 70. Oh, that's a ripe age, isn't it? The biblical 10. In the past, I never really celebrated myself in this manner like I do today. Because I've been extremely busy, perhaps focusing on many other areas, even my work, rather than focusing on myself. But now at 70, I feel I can take a deep breath. And relax, as I have achieved a lot of, quite a lot in terms of my visions and goals. Today we also celebrate my latest accomplishment. That's the writing of a book. However, I had to finally make time to do that because I've been planning and talking about it for decades, my children tell me. So after jotting down what I wanted to have in this book, and perhaps planning a few chapters, I actually got really stuck in terms of how do I start? Isn't it I'm only a nurse, I'm a midwife. Writing was not my department. So I remembered one of our clients. How long have I known this client for? I have known this client from when she was a baby. When her mother was bringing her to the clinic for baby clinic and vaccinations. And she also, for over so many years, I've actually looked after generations. I then delivered two of her, to her two daughters. I delivered both. So I remembered her and I thought, wow, she could help me. And she's been amazing in holding my hand. And soon from day one, once I explained my story, why I wanted that in a book, she was amazing at guiding me through the process to this day. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Lola Ruth Enga. She is an author herself. Lola.
Afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I've prepared a whole speech and now I'm in tears. No, I'll be strong. I could have been nothing. This is a statement that struck a strong chord within me when my midwife picked up that I was under a lot of stress during a regular checkup. She expressed how she can teach me how to choose happiness and not allow anything to stress me to a point of depression. As she continued, she then states that she could write a book about her life experiences. I then told her that I would be happy to help her through the writing process. Fast track, a year later, just after I had given birth to my second baby, she calls me into her office and says, you know what, I'm ready to write that book now. Sister Chamboko continues to defy odds. Even in publishing, we broke so many publishing deadlines that had me in a bag of nerves. Allow me to read some editorial reviews that best describe the gold you will have when you get your personal copy. A fascinating and sad story at the same time. Just a few chapters in and already I am hooked. The story covers all aspects of Besta's life, from growing up all the way to where she is now. Due to her anxieties, nervousness, and lack of self-confidence, she missed out on a lot in the beginning. I highly recommend this book. You won't be disappointed. It is a great read. This is Begazela Nkala, a cardiac nurse in the United Kingdom. Another review, great story which I started reading and could not put down until the last word. Very encouraging with a sudden pause, longing for more. It brings all emotion, empathy, anxiety, humor, reality, to mention just a few. Tenji Chuma, an entrepreneur in the United States of America. Then our last review that I'll read today. In the beginning of this book, Bester asks for permission to take our hand and walk us through her amazing journey of changing her self-limits, beliefs, and shows us how we can do the same. The decision to allow her to do so is not one you will regret, as the journey is one that many will relate to and find their own strength to challenge what limits them. Guiding us from a small village in rural Chitoa, sharing the pain of rejection as a child and celebrating the strength of a mother who resolves to fight for her children. Bester evokes a variety of emotions throughout the book. At times heartbreaking, this elegant memoir is ultimately joyful and equally a joy to read. The use of images adds to the feelings of sentimental nostalgia you are bound to experience while reading this honest and authentic work. For anyone in the pursuit of their path through our often confusing lives, this book offers inspiration to find your strength, purpose, and release. The beliefs that hold you back. As Bester peels back the layers of her life, the reader experiences explorative, eye-opening, and humbling journey to happiness, hope, and success. This is Blessing Stotomba, an entertainment entrepreneur here in Zimbabwe. Okay, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to bring back to the mic the newest author in town. He, with this book, The Bag of Nerves to Success. Ladies and gentlemen, let me present our baby.
My baby became my mentor. Thank you very much. I would like to share with you why I wrote the book. In fact, I felt duty bound to share my life has been extremely eventful. A massive surprise for me as well. I've been surprised in terms of how things worked out for me. I can share that I never actually planned or believed that I could be a nurse. The reason? I was too nervous. Okay. You can believe that, isn't it? Too shy to speak to people. So isn't it nurses have to be speaking to patients? So I completely ruled myself out of nursing. So then, how did it happen? These are some of the surprises. Because I have got to a point where I felt that, and I believe that it's the Almighty God that has directed where I needed to go. Personally, I was believing that I could only do, work in an office like a clerk. So I have no one to talk to, because I couldn't talk to people. So that I actually became directed. When you read the book, it explains what happened for me to go into nursing that I had no plan for. This is about, some misfortunes can actually be helpful. There is a concept through the option process that says cause is in the future. Meaning that sometimes things may happen. Right now you don't understand why the misfortune, why this has happened in this manner. Yet later on, you get to realize that you actually needed that mishap or a misfortune to move you towards the direction you were meant to go. From day one I joined nursing, I never regretted nursing. So it's been a calling for me. So now I'm going to explain the book title to you. is the book. Bag of Nerves to Success. So, the meaning, bag of nerves, let me demonstrate to you. This would be me, let's say, I was an adult now, because I'm in nurse training. Now I'm trying to read the report handover time. In the morning, especially if I've done a night shift at handover, and there are many people standing around you. Because of my difficult childhood, I picked up belief that other people were better than me. And so that got me to such nervousness. So I'm thinking that all these people are better than me. And this is me shaking. I'm trying to read this book and I'm shaking. I'm not exaggerating. I'm shaking like this. And somebody would actually comment that you are shaking like a leaf. And when they did that, what happened? I got worse. Sweat coming down me from the eye, and then you could feel that and so forth, and more uncomfortable. So it is actually possible things can change, because now I can stand here and speak to you. Now, when we talk of, so that's the bag of nerves. And let me tell you something. I'm 70 today. All the 70 years of my life, I have actually never come across anybody as nervous as I was. If there was to be a competition in Zimbabwe, I believe I could take the cup. I would have taken the cup for them. So now to success, this other part. I'm sure many of you here, me included, when we have thought of Maternal and Child Care Center, many of us have thought of it as a clinic, isn't it? Phone the clinic, go to the clinic, that's not right. But by January 2018, after inspectors from Bulawayo City Health Department, after they had inspected our premises, they said, you people should stop calling yourselves a clinic. With all these facilities, you are a hospital. And they reported accordingly. So the books explains my journey as an autobiography. So in a sense, I could actually say I could have been nothing, like Lola said. My life has been full of life challenges. So this was the reason behind, because I thought to myself, if I have been challenged that way, and I could actually emerge to become the woman, I have virtually redesigned myself to become the woman that I am proud to be. But it's been a journey. So the books walks you through very normal day-to-day happenings and how things can change. Quite importantly, if anybody is challenged, like for example, it could be people in difficult circumstances, people lacking self-confidence, like I had no self-confidence at all, or people that could be intimidated by other people, or if there's anything else that limits you from becoming the best of who you can be. I want to share, in the book I share that it is doable to change and become who you want, your best version. The key things would be to recognize that you have got a problem. Like I recognized that my nerves were extreme. And I didn't judge them, but I sought to find ways, to find help to change. So it's whatever is challenging you, it could be different for different people, but what I'm saying is that it is possible to change and become who you want to be. We hear statements like, this is how I am. I can't do public speaking. I did that as well. But it's possible to change. So this book is meant to be an inspiration to people in those circumstances. Let me I want to a special mention to parents of disabled people. Do we have any here? Parents of disabled people? Mrs. Madega, you see plenty of them. So anyway, I am one of those. I do have a severely disabled daughter, And like many parents of such children, we go into depression. I did depression big time. The book is very open and honest because I have nothing to hide. So it explains it all. But what I want to say is that we know there are disabled people among us. That's going to be the situation all the time, isn't it? So I remember that when I did my depression, I used to think, or I used to ask God, why me? And then now, because I have learned, I've been fortunate enough to travel. I have traveled fairly widely. So I've come across different cultures and I've learned a lot. When I've gone about learning, I've been like a sponge. I've been like a sponge, absorbing what information I could get to help myself. And what we are talking about now is now me going beyond myself to see how to help others. Because I would say, God, why me? But when I've learned what I learned to help myself and to help my daughter, I can say, why not me? Accepting that disabilities will happen all the time. So when we are into why me, we are stressing ourselves. When we get into accepting mode, why not me? That brings very different emotions, and then you'll be more comfortable and better able to help your disabled person. If you join misery with misery, it doesn't work. Okay.
Yes,
Despite being abroad for many years, she is very proud to be a Zimbabwean. She is so down to earth. She has empowered us with so many skills. We are now at the Friendly Institute after having undergone a sign language course. She has taught us how to eat, to live, and to live healthy through programs like Happiness Options, I think you've heard about it, Gap Society, no more rubbish, that's what she says. No more rubbish, so we don't have to eat rubbish.
Just for a few moments before our next speech.
For everybody else. She still has time to let her hair down and dance and have fun with me. And the other ladies, the elite women of Bulawayo. Right, what the club is about is having a good time, celebrating life, and spending money. Of course, every first Thursday of every month, we celebrate like this, and we shall keep on. Right.
My mother is a very unique lady. Of course, everyone has unique qualities, but I learned from a very early age that she was truly one of a kind, to say the least. She's possessed with a steely determination, never-ending energy, as you just saw on the dance floor. Her daughters are sitting, relaxing their legs. She's dancing. That is the story of our lives. And she has a fierce drive to succeed no matter what obstacles lie in her way. And there have been many obstacles, as you have heard, and as you will read in the book if you get it. You know, everyone encounters challenges. They're just a normal part of living. But in my mother's case, she has managed to survive many obstacles that would have felled and broken a lesser person. I have two sisters, so we'll see, who lives in the UK, as I do, and Carol, who you heard about earlier. Carol is not here today, unfortunately, because she's not well. She has a number of serious medical conditions. But just witnessing how Mama has dealt with the challenges of raising a disabled daughter has inspired us immeasurably. She loves Carol unconditionally and has never given up on her, even when doctors and other specialists say there's nothing that can be done. Every day she's always looking for answers and doing her best. It's hard to quantify how much she has inspired us, even with regards to the paths we've chosen in life and to make a success of our lives. Many people look at Robert Kiyosaki or celebrities, Richard Branson, as icons of success. Busi and I, we don't have to look far because we have our mother right there at the end of a phone. And she has done it. And she has done it in a culture that wasn't very progressive at the time, did not support people like her, women in business, you know, in the 70s, the 80s. It was very difficult, and it was a male-dominated medical profession, and she has successfully overcome this resistance, and this is why we are here today and are able to celebrate like this, especially, you know, the hospital and what she has achieved. Busi and I have been very proud to be part of that journey. As a result of growing up in a house with someone who successfully juggled being a mother of 3 children, running her own business, and there were many businesses, she is a serial entrepreneur. The list will take me long over my 5 minutes, but she has been in many different types of businesses. And all the other, doing freelance work, and all the other challenges, we've been also inspired to strive for success. Busi runs her own skincare business, in a very prestigious location in London, so she's done very well. And I, along with my husband, also dabble in business and property, and you know, we've had Umama as a role model. It's been wonderful and a privilege to have been raised by such a strong, determined lady. And that's just one side of her fierce drive. Now for that. So she is human. We all have weak points, but it's great when we can come to her and she'll always give us some off-key advice. Usually it's unexpected. It's not the sort of advice most people would give, and it's not always welcome. But as any child will tell you, when a parent says something, whether you're 5 or you're 50, you don't always want to hear it. But Mama, she gets us thinking. She gets us thinking, you know, what's the right thing to do? How do you cut through this? She's not one to let, you know, doubts and things like that hold you back. And her advice, you know, she always cuts to the chase of exactly how to solve something. And that's a very rare quality. Usually ask our manager to give you the nicey version. She would just say, this is what needs to be done. And it's great. It's a very rare quality, which we have found invaluable. Even in business, you know, we bounce ideas sometimes. So I'm very proud of you, Mummy, for getting to the grand young age of 70. You are indefatigable. We cannot keep up with you. Busi and I are often saying, how does she do it? She works 7 days a week, comes home, looks after Carol, and you do. I don't know how you fit it all in, but luckily you're getting your exercise, your pampering sessions with the elite ladies, and it's wonderful. It's a wonderful place to be. Our only regret, Busi and I, is that we're not closer geographically, but we spent a lot of time together before Mama came back to you know, to Zimbabwe when we were in the UK,
and we're in constant contact. So, Mommy, congratulations on reaching 70. I'd love to say hopefully you'll have 70 more, but every day, every week, every month that you're with us is a blessing, and you continue to inspire us. So it's wonderful to celebrate this day with you today. Thank you very much.
Now we're giving the deaf person the beat of the song. Huh? We're going from country now. Now the deaf person is watch for the signs in the lyrics. There is the wind. What about the instruments? How do they hear the instruments?
Everybody put your hands up. Somebody sign wow. Sign wow. Thanks, Mr. DJ. I'm going to start off the bids very easy. $20. I'm going to give $20 the retail price for the book. Retail price for the book, who's going for $20? I've got $20. Can I get $25? Anybody who wants $25? Can I get $25? I've got $25. Can I get $30? For $30, good for $30, good for $30. I've got $30. Can I get $35? Man, I'm going for $35. I've got $35. Can I get $40? I'm going for $40. $40. Can I get $45? Man, I'm going for $45. $45. Can I get $50? I'm going for $50. I've got $50. Can I get $55? I'm going for $55. Can I get $55? Can I get $60? Are you for $60? $60. $65. Can I get $65? $65? I'll stand here. I've got $65. Ma'am, I get for 65. 65, so I get for 70. I've got $70. Can I get 75? I get for 75. I get for 75. I get for 75. 75, I get for 75. 75. 75. Anybody in for 80? I'm looking for 80. I've got 80. Can I get 90? Can I get 90? For 90? Who's in for 90? I got 90. Can I get 100? I'm looking for 100. I got 100. Can I get 110? I'm looking for 110. I get for 110. Are you up for 110? Are you good for 110? Just 110. 110. Can I get 120? Well, 120, can I get 130? I'm looking for 130. Can I get 130? How do you feel? 130. Can I get 140? Sir? 140. The hand's going to get tight. Can I get 150? 150. Sir, call your number. Call your number. Can I get 170? 170. Can I get 190? $200! Hold on, I'm not done. Hey! Can I get $201? I'm looking for $201. Anybody in the room? Anybody at each stakes for $201? I'm looking for $201. Can I get $201? If you're into the switch, I'm like $201. Can I get $205? I go 205, can I get 210? 210, I get 210. 210, can I get 215? 215 is just the two of you. 210. 250, can I get 220? 220, can I get for 220? 220? 220? 230, I got 230, can I get 240? I get for 240, I got 240. Can I get 250? I get for 250. Only 250, I get for 250. 250, can I get 260? 260, can I get 270? Can I get 270? I got 270, yeah. Can I get 271? I got 271, can I get 271? I'm looking for 271, so are you good for 271? Are you up for 271? That's 271. We got US dollar change or one change or rand change. 271, are you good for 271? Are you up for 271? I'm looking for 271, 270 going once. 271, can I get 272? 272, I'm looking for 272, can I get 273? 273, can I get 274? 274, 275, 275, 276. 276, 277, 77, 78, 78, 79, 79, 80. 280. Are you good for 280? I've got 279 going, I'm looking for 280. 280. So can I close you on 280? 280 going once. No! 285. 285 over 285. This woman is not backing down. Can I get 290 from you, sir? 290. 290. The woman next to you is putting pressure on you, right? Well done. Well done. 290, can I get 295? I'm going to go 295, I look for 295, can I get 300? 300, can I get 305? 305, I look for 305? Just 305. 305, can I get 310? 310, I got 310. I got 305, I got 305, I'm going to go 306. I'm going to go 306, I got 305. Anybody go 306? I got 305, I'm going to go 306. 305, going once. 305. 306. 306, can I get 307? Can I get 307? Can I get 307? I'm going to go 307. Just 307. You've been in for a long time. Why don't you finish it off? Don't remember. Don't look back. Look ahead for the journey. Can I get 307? Can I get 307 for remember? You go 307. 307. Can I get 308? 308. Can I get 309? 309. Can I get 309? Just 309. 309. 309. 309. I'm going to go 309. Christmas comes once a year. 309. So that's Santa Claus. 309. 309. 308. Going once. 308, going twice. 309, I'm going 309. Can I get 310? Are you good for 310? 310, can I get 315? I'm going to go 315. Are you good for 315? Who's in for 315? 315, I got 310. I got 310. I'm going to move to close. I'm going to move to close. 310, going once. 310, going twice. Sold. Somebody say, wow, good job,